Now, let's go to the next section. Section number 25 and 26 is done. The next section is section number 27. Everyone over here, section number 27 goes ahead and talks about special provision with respect to CTP and NRTP. Special provisions with respect to CTP and NRTP. Sir, a CTP and NRTP has to apply. CTP has to apply in GST REG 01. Who is a CTP? Casual taxable person. NRTP has to go ahead and apply in GST REG 09 along with a passport. Plus, they have to pay net estimated tax liability in advance. Whenever they are going ahead and applying for registration, they will have to go ahead and pay net tax liability in advance. Okay, sir. And the amount shall be credited to their e-cash ledger. Amount will be credited to the e-cash ledger. Whatever they are going ahead and depositing in advance, that will be credited to their e-cash ledger. Then, once they have gone ahead and submitted their form, and they have gone ahead and paid their taxes in advance, only after that the proper officer will do the verification and registration certificate shall be granted. Okay, sir, point is clear. Once you go ahead and apply, sir, I am applying in GST REG 01 or I am applying in GST REG 09, sir, NRTP REG 09. Once you go ahead and apply within the 5 working days, so within basically not 5 working days, a CTP and NRTP commencement of business 5 days prior they have to apply. So commencement of business 5 days prior they will have to apply. Yes, sir. Okay. Now once they commence the business, always remember, only when the registration certificate is granted, they can go ahead and start making their taxable supplies. Make taxable supplies only after grant issuance of registration certificate. Okay, sir. Point is clear. Remember always, registration certificate which is granted, it is granted for a maximum period of 90 days. But sir, if they have gone ahead and asked only for 15 days or 90 days, whichever is earlier. If they have gone ahead and asked for 30 days or 90 days, whichever is earlier, that many days ke liye only registration certificate shall be valid. Okay, sir, point is clear. For an example, they went ahead and asked for 90 days, officer gave for 90 days. Now, if 90 days is going to expire before the original period expired, they can go ahead and ask for extension. Further extension of 90 days can be given. That is told in rule number 15. They will have to apply in GST REG 11, and when they are asking for extended period ke liye, they will again have to pay net estimated tax liability in advance for the estimated extension. Means if they have asked for 15 days ka extension, 15 days ke liye additional tax liability has to be paid. Once 180 days gets over, Baba, more than 180 days, please don't come. Means maximum time period can be 15 days, 30 days, like this. 90 plus 90 can be the total 180 days ke liye you can ask for being a CTP. Okay, sir, point is clear. Listen to me very carefully, everyone. Now, 180 days got over and you are telling, sir, the exhibition is going long, I want to stay in the state. So it says further extension beyond 180 days is not possible. Now government gave one solution. They told, take normal registration, no advance tax to be paid. Once the exhibition gets over, you surrender your registration and get lost. So after 180 days, you can't be a casual taxable person in a state. Okay, sir, point is clear. Here we are done with section number 27. Please come to section number 28 now. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Section number 28 goes ahead and talks about amendment of registration. Everyone, amendment of registration. Always remember, whenever you are talking about amendment, amendment can be of 3 types. Amendment can be core field ka amendment. Amendment can be non-core field ka amendment. Amendment can be PAN change ka amendment. Everyone listen to me very carefully. PAN change, whenever it is happening, I went ahead and transferred my business to someone else. PAN change may always remember one thing. PAN change may, you can't go ahead and say, sir, put his PAN number no instead of mine in the GST number. Not possible. PAN change, Baba, cancel old registration. Okay? And apply for a new registration. You have to go ahead and apply for new registration. Amendment in the old registration is not possible. Supposingly one father expired and the registration now son wants to continue. Son is telling, put my PAN number and give me the same registration. Not possible. You have to apply for a fresh registration only. Non-core field, there is GST REG 14. You have to go ahead and just fill REG 14. Non-core field, you want to change your bank account detail. All this case may basically verification by the officer is not done. Any field which is not a core field, a small field may change is there. They are going ahead and telling authorized signatory you want to change. All these things you do it yourself. Just fill REG 0, REG 14, and once you submit, change will happen. That's it. But there are core fields which are there. For an example, your place of business has changed. You want to go ahead and change your place of business. You want to change legal name of your business. In this scenario, they have gone ahead and told. See over here, everyone. PAN change, apply for fresh registration. Any other change which is non-core field, just fill REG 14 and your change will happen once you submit it. Sir, core field का amendment when it is to be done, legal name का change, address or principal place of address of principal place or additional place of business you want to change, you have to give your fresh uh, rental agreement, etc. Whatever documents you have to give, PO will verify. Only then he will grant the registration amendment. So it says over here, addition, deletion, retirement of Karta is happening. Might be of partner, director, Karta, managing committee, board of trustees, CEO, who are basically responsible for day-to-day business. They are changing and it does not require a cancellation of registration. Amendment is enough. Then in these three scenarios, they have gone ahead and told whenever the change will happen, within the next 15 days, you have to go ahead and apply in GST RG 14 along with supporting document. Then, sir, proper officer will do the verification. You went ahead and told, sir, take my form, take the document. I want this amendment to happen. PO will start the verification. Okay, everything is fine. If he finds everything fine, PO is of the opinion that amendment is warranted and documents are complete and correct, then he will go ahead and approve the amendment within the next 15 days and he will issue a GST 15. Sir, proper officer found some deficiency. Then, if proper officer feels that amendment is not warranted, documents are incomplete or incorrect, then he will go ahead and serve a show cause notice in GST 03 within 15 working days. Okay, sir. And he will ask you to show cause within 7 working days why application shall not be rejected. He will ask you why I should not go ahead and reject your application. Okay, sir. Point is clear. Now, he will give you a REC03. You please go ahead and reply. If the reply is satisfactory, he'll approve the amendment and issue a GST REC 15. If your reply is not satisfactory or you did not reply, then they will go ahead and reject the application. And when they reject, they will go ahead. They will go ahead and pass an order in GST REC 05. Okay, sir. Always remember, when you go ahead and apply today, from today only the amendment shall happen. Means amendment will always happen from the date of submission of the application, but if you want a retrospective amendment, commissioner has to give a special order. Okay, sir, point is clear. Everyone listen to me very carefully. We started learning registration. Registration mein I went ahead and taught you section number 22, section number 22, 1, 2, 3, 4. With me, everyone. Every supplier has to take registration when he crosses the turnover. Existing registered person, transferee. 23, 1, A I taught you, B I taught you, and 2 I taught you. Notified category of people exempted from registration. 24, I went ahead and taught you creations is required compulsory registration. 25, I went ahead and taught you. 25, 1, everyone with me. 25, 1 told, sir, 30 days may you have to apply for registration. Multiple place of business, multiple registration, voluntary registration. 25, 4 and 5, distinct person distinct person, sir, same state, separate registration, different state, different registration, one state registered, one state not registered, distinct person. 6, went ahead and told PAN is mandatory. 6A, 6B, 6C and 6D went ahead and told about Aadhaar authentication. Then, sir, the next one was 7 told about NRTP. 8 went ahead and told if you don't go ahead and take registration, suo moto, the officer will go ahead and register you. 9 went ahead and told about UIN holder, consulate, embassy, etc. will be given UIN holder, UIN number. Then section number 25, section number 26 told about deemed registration, total bakwas section. Section number 27 went ahead and told about CTP and NRTP. Important point to remember in section number 27 is that you have to apply 5 days prior. When you are applying, you have to pay your taxes in advance, and that advance tax is basically net estimated tax liability. Okay, sir, you have to pay in advance. Then we have section number 28. 28 went ahead and told about amendment. Amendment mein what did we learn, everyone? Amendment mein we learned there can be core field amendment, non-core field amendment and PAN change ka amendment. Yes, sir, let's go ahead. Are we all clear till here? Quickly give me a heads up. Can we go ahead, everyone? The next section which we are going to learn basically is section number 29 now, which says if amendment is not possible, go for cancellation. Means you can apply for cancellation, or supposingly one person has died, then legal hire can apply, or if you have done contravention, proper officer can also cancel your registration. Let's go to section number 29 now. People, are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir. Let's go ahead. Section number 29 goes ahead and talks about cancellation. Everyone, please come to section number 29. Then I will talk about rule number 21A little later. Okay. Section number 29 goes ahead and says cancellation or suspension of registration, and it has to be read with rule number 20, 21, 21A if I am not wrong. That is cancellation suspension ka rule number 21A. Just make it rule number 21A, 22 and 44. Let's go ahead and continue now. Everyone over here. Okay, this note which is there, student says, sir, this note is pending. Arey Baba, note is pending is self-explanatory. Change in mobile number. Supposing you are going ahead and applying for amendment. Nowadays, students have become spoon-fed. You have to catch the mouth, mix everything and put inside the mouth. One line also they don't want to read it. I thought, okay, fine, this is something which is self-explanatory. Arey Baba, nalak. Everyone here, change in mobile number, email address only after verification through OTP. No action by the proper officer. Proper officer had to go ahead and take action within 15 days, etc. If he did not go ahead and take action within 15 days or 7 working days, then registration certificate automatically will be amended and amended registration certificate will be made available to the registered person. What is there to explain? Nothing. Everyone over here. Section number 29. People, listen to me very carefully. Section number 29 talks about cancellation or suspension of registration. Sir, cancellation. Section number 29.1 and section number 29.2. Section number 29.1 goes ahead and says, everyone, section number 29.1 goes ahead and says, sir, when proper officer may suo moto cancel your registration, proper officer will suo moto cancel. Okay. Or on an application by the registered person, if you want, you can go ahead and apply. Or one person is gone, then sir, legal hires also can go ahead and apply. Sir, everyone listen to me very carefully. Can you tell me, sir, when the proper officer can go ahead and suo moto cancel, or when one person has died, then also legal hire can cancel, or whenever the registered person is alive, he can only go ahead and cancel his registration? Number one, these are the scenarios where business is discontinued, or you have gone ahead and transferred the business fully. Might be one person died, or business sold off, or demerger amalgamation has happened. Then the business has to be dissolved. The old business which is there, means one person transferred his business, old registration to be cancelled. Simple. Next, change in constitution of the business. Proprietorship became partnership. PAN has changed. PAN changed, fresh registration to be taken in the new PAN. Next, sir, taxable person is no longer liable under section number 22 or 24. Section number 22 may, now they have gone ahead and introduced section number 23.2 may, they have issued a notification saying exclusive, not now, prior only they have gone ahead and put this notification saying 40 lakh ka limit is there. So your limit will never cross 40 lakh, so you can go ahead and apply for cancellation. So it says taxable person no longer liable under section number 22 or 24, or you became a bakra, you took voluntary registration and now you are telling that, sir, I want to cancel, intends to opt out of voluntary registration, then also you can go ahead and apply for cancellation. Okay, sir, point is clear. When either proper officer or you yourself, or when somebody dies, the legal hire can go ahead and apply for cancellation. Section number 29.2 goes ahead and says PO may cancel the registration. When can the proper officer go ahead and cancel your registration? Sir, when you have done such contravention of the act or rules. Such contravention means, supposingly, 1 rupee ka invoice I did not give, 300 rupees ka invoice I did not give, to up to 200 anyway, less than 200 anyways invoice is not required. So I will go ahead and talk. Supposingly I did not give 300 rupees ka invoice, they will cancel my registration? No, they have gone ahead and told, we have told in rule number 21 what are the scenario when proper officer can cancel your registration. Means you have done some contravention. Number one, no invoice from declared place of, no business from declared place of business. I have declared this as my place of business. Officer came over here, I am not doing business only from here. Who is Ramesh here? No one is there here. Ramesh. Then they are going ahead and telling, we will cancel your registration. Secondly, issue invoice or bill of supply without goods, without supply of goods, services, or both. If you go ahead and issue an invoice or bill of supply without supply of goods, services, or both, means you are issuing a bogus invoice, or sir, you violate the provision of section number 171, you are doing profiteering. If you are going ahead and doing profiteering, then also they can cancel your registration. You violate the provision of rule number 10A. They told you, sir, once we grant the registration certificate, please give your bank account detail. You are not furnishing only, you are doing cheating. They will cancel your registration. You avail the ITC in violation of section number 16. Section number 16 goes ahead and says that, for an example, you should take the ITC only if you have the tax paying document. You don't have the invoice, only you are taking ITC. Your registration can be cancelled. Avails ITC in violation of section number 16 or rules made thereunder. Sir, furnished details of outward supply which is greater in GSTR 1 then the details which are furnished in valid return. VR means valid return under section number 39. In section number 39 means, everyone listen, when you are furnishing your GSTR 1, you went ahead and showed 10 lakh rupees ka sale and 2 lakh rupees ka, for an example, GST. Front party went ahead and took 2 lakh rupees ka ITC because it went to his GSTR 2A, he went ahead and took the ITC. Now, you know what you went ahead and did? When you have to go ahead and file GSTR 3B, in GSTR 3B, you are just showing 10,000 rupees ka sale and giving only 2,000 rupees GST to the government. Government ko you are trying to cheat. Government is telling, if you go ahead and do this, where GSTR 1 may you showed more sale so that more credit can be passed on. But actually when you have to pay 2 lakh rupees ka tax, you paid only 2,000. You are trying to do such kind of cheating. We will cancel your registration. See over here. Furnished details of outward supply in GSTR 1 greater than outward supply in GSTR 3B, basically the monthly return. Sir, violates the provision of rule number 86B. Rule number 86B goes ahead and says at least 1% of the tax has to be paid by using your e-cash ledger. If you violate rule number 86B ka condition, then they are going ahead and telling PO may cancel your registration in violation of all these things. Okay, sir. Other things which are there, let's go ahead and read. Everyone, listen to me carefully. I taught you section number 29 to section number 29 to A. I went ahead and told you, where they went ahead and told, if you violate the provisions of the act or rules, your registration shall be cancelled. Which act or rules ka provision? They went ahead and told in rule number 21, what are the provisions of the act or rules you violate, your registration will be cancelled. 29(2) B goes ahead and says, if you are a composition dealer and for 3 consecutive tax period you have not furnished your return, continuously you are not furnishing your return, then your registration shall be cancelled. You are a normal registered person and no return for 6 months, then your registration shall be cancelled. Voluntary registration you took, I want registration, not doing business only. If you don't do business, unnecessarily what you are doing, no, government ka server space which is there, you are blocking. You have taken registration, government ka server space you are blocking, nil return you are filing, unnecessarily time pass you are doing, they will cancel your registration. Sir, if you take registration by fraud, willful misstatement, you have put some other person ka photos, some documents you have given fake and you have taken registration, then your registration shall be cancelled. Always remember one thing. Sir, I had to pay government ko 5 crore rupees. My registration though got cancelled. Now, aram se I will take 5 crore rupees and sleep. I will not pay it to the government. They are going ahead and telling, beta, section number 29(3) goes ahead and says, cancellation not to affect the liability to pay tax and dues, whether or not determined before or after cancellation. Your liability has to be paid whether it was determined before cancellation or whether might be a demand order has been raised after cancellation. You have to pay the liability which is there. Section number 29(4), total bakwas. Cancellation under the SGST Act, deemed registration cancelled under the CGST Act. Just like registration granted under SGST Act, registration deemed granted under CGST Act, same. Registration cancelled under SGST Act, registration cancelled under CGST Act also. Next. Everyone over here, section number 29(5) which is there, sir, when your registration is cancelled, you have to go ahead and pay tax on cancellation. Everyone listen to me very carefully. When your registration is cancelled, they are going ahead and telling whatever inputs you have, inputs which are there in your inputs which are there with you in your stock, sir, inputs which are lying in your semi-finished goods, inputs which are lying in your finished goods, whatever the ITC you had gone ahead and taken, or the output tax liability. If you go ahead and apply valuation rule and try to find out the output tax liability, whichever is higher has to be paid. They are going ahead and telling inputs in stock, semi-finished goods and finished goods, because when you cancel your registration, it will be deemed that you have gone ahead and taken those goods home. Now, when you are taking those goods home, they have gone ahead and told whatever was the ITC taken, or Ramesh, if you go ahead and supply them, whatever is the output tax liability, whichever is higher has to be paid, and that is what is being told. Input in stock, semi-finished goods or finished goods, ITC computed proportionately on the basis of corresponding invoice, means whatever is the ITC, or output tax payable, which will be calculated by applying valuation rule, then whichever is higher. Sir, capital goods and plant and machinery, they have gone ahead and told reduced ITC for the remaining life taking 60 months, whatever is the remaining life, that life ka ITC you have to calculate, reduced amount of credit or the tax on transaction value, basically the output tax liability only you have to calculate, whichever is higher for the capital goods also has to be paid. Now, if you come on the right hand side, I have gone ahead and drawn one chart. Please see it quickly. Supposingly, one registered person has died. Event happened within the next 30 days. You have to go ahead and fill your application. Application goes in GST REG. 16. When you go ahead and apply for cancellation, always remember you have to give your details of stock, semi-finished goods, finished goods, and capital goods over there. Whatever is the on basically whenever you are asking for cancellation on that day, from the day when you are asking for cancellation, on that day, whatever is your details of stock, etc., has to be given, because government wants ITC or output tax liability, whichever is higher on that stock. So on the date from which cancellation is sought, you will have to go ahead and give this detail, plus whatever is the liability, ITC or output tax liability, you will have to calculate whichever is higher, plus you will have to make the payment, and for cancellation whatever supporting documents are there, please provide them. Okay sir, I applied. Sometime it happens you went ahead and applied on 15th only. You applied on 15th only, telling that sir, I want cancellation from 1st of April. Then application when you go ahead and give, sir, event happened and you are seeking cancellation from here, then on that day whatever is your stock card detail, that has to be given. Okay sir, now listen to me very carefully. Once you go ahead and submit your application, they are telling we will take 30 days ka time, and during this period your cancellation proceedings will be going on. Once the cancellation is done, cancellation order will be issued, and he will tell you whatever directing whatever tax, interest, penalty and other amount which you are liable to pay under section number 29(5), that is your output tax liability or input tax credit, whichever is higher, that you have to calculate, and within the next 3 months you will have to make the payment. If you had done the payment here, then again you don't have to pay. If you had not made the complete payment over here, then they are telling once the cancellation order is issued, you will be anyways given 3 months ka time to file your final payment. Whatever due payments are there, along with the final return, you can go ahead and pay that amount. Okay sir, point is clear. Listen to me very carefully. One person died, event happened. Go ahead, apply for registration, apply for cancellation. Once you go ahead and apply, within the next 30 days, they will give you cancellation order. Once cancellation order comes, when you applied, if you had paid all the taxes, very good. If you did not pay, once the cancellation order comes, within the next 3 months, file a buy return and pay your taxes. Okay sir, point is clear. Now sir, if the cancellation is done by the proper officer under section number 29(1) or section number 29(2), if the proper officer has gone ahead and told that I will cancel the registration, then first of all he will issue you a show cause notice. Tax, interest and penalty. TIP means tax, interest and penalty. Everyone listen to me very carefully. If proper officer wants to cancel your registration, he will always give you a chance. He will issue you a show cause notice within 7 working days. Registered person has to go ahead and reply. You have to go ahead and reply in GST REG 18. If you reply is satisfactory, or might be he went ahead and issued you a show cause notice telling you are not filing your return, I'll cancel. Do one thing, just file your return, pay all the taxes, tax, interest, late fee, TIF, tax, interest, late fee, whatever is there, please go ahead and file the return, pay all your taxes, pay all the interest, pay all the penalties which is there. Penalty nahi baba, late fee which is there. If you go ahead and reply is satisfactory or you have filed all the return, then PO will go ahead and drop the proceeding. But everyone over here now, but if your reply is not satisfactory, always remember, if your reply is not satisfactory, then he will start the cancellation proceedings and then the cancellation order will be issued. Once the cancellation order will be issued within the next 3 months, please go ahead and file your final return, which is buy return. Along with that, whatever tax dues are there, please go ahead and pay them. Now listen to me very carefully, everyone over here. During this period, your registration shall be suspended when the cancellation proceedings are going on. Everyone, when the cancellation proceedings are going on, during that period your registration shall be suspended. Suspension के लिए they have gone ahead and told rule number 21A, suspension of registration. Please come to rule number 21A, suspension of registration. Student says, sir, do we have to remember all the form numbers? No, Baba, you don't have to remember. If you remember, very good. If you don't remember, don't put any extra efforts to remember them. Okay, done, sir. Chalo. Now, everyone over here now. Rule number 21A says, listen to me very carefully. Basically, what happens whenever these cancellation proceedings are going on, no? During that time, your registration is suspended. Sir, what do you mean by suspension? See over here, registered person has applied for cancellation. Pending cancellation, when the proceedings are going on, registration will be suspended from the date of submission of application or from the day you are seeking cancellation, whichever is later. So I applied for registration cancellation and I am telling from today only I want cancellation. Then from today your registration will be suspended. Sir, I went ahead and applied for cancellation on 15, telling that I want registration cancellation from 1st of April. Then till that day, your registration will be not be suspended. From 1st of April, your registration will be suspended. Then they are going ahead and telling, if proper officer has reason to believe that registration is liable to be cancelled, then he may suspend registration with effect from the date to be determined by him. So what will happen? If proper officer wants to go ahead and cancel your registration, first he will go ahead and give you a show cause notice. You will have to go ahead and reply. Reply is not satisfactory. Then proper officer determines from which day cancellation proceedings will start. Once you reply, after that, for an example, proper officer told, okay, from here your registration suspension will start because we are starting the cancellation proceeding. So it says proper officer with effect from a date to be determined by him pending the completion of cancellation proceedings. Simple it is, when the cancellation proceedings are going on, that time your registration will be suspended. Always remember one thing, if your registration is suspended during this period, if your registration is suspended during this period, you can go ahead and make supply, but you can't go ahead and issue tax invoice that is being told. It means you can go ahead and make a supply during this period and you can go ahead and issue a invoice for your supplies also. Sir, tell me one thing. I went ahead and did supply. I went ahead and issued the invoice. But sir, supposingly, and you know what? You don't have to go ahead and file return also during this period. But sir, supposingly, after some time, PO went ahead and did not cancel my registration. He revoked the suspension. He told Ramesh, you are doing interstate supply. Your registration will not be cancelled. He revoked the suspension. Then what will happen? For all the supplies which I have done, I should have actually issued tax invoice, but I have issued what? Only invoice. I have not issued tax invoice. So for all these invoices, I have to issue revised tax invoice, and all the revised tax invoice I should show in my return, which is the first return I am going to furnish after the revival of my registration. See over here, everyone. They are going ahead and telling, sir, where is it? Then it goes ahead and says, see, registered person, this I will talk little later. Registered person, registration suspended under sub-rule 1 to 2A. 2A, I'll talk about it. Shall not furnish return. It means during this period, you don't have to furnish return also. And you shall not make taxable supply also. What do you mean by shall not make taxable supply? It means he shall not issue a tax invoice and not to charge tax on supplies made during suspension. It means you cannot issue a tax invoice and you cannot collect GST from your customer. Sir, but what if later revocation of suspension has done? The suspension under sub-rule 1, 2 shall be deemed to be revoked upon completion of cancellation proceedings and revocation effective on the date when suspension has come into effect. PO may revoke suspension anytime. If PO wants, PO can go ahead and revoke also. Suspension revoked. Supposingly, they went ahead and revoked the suspension and registration revived. They went ahead and revoked the suspension and told, sir, registration revived, we will not cancel your registration. Oh no, what about this supplies for which I had just issued the invoice? You have to pay the tax. You can issue revised tax invoice, and all these details you can go ahead and show in the first return which you are going to file after the revival of your registration. Issue revised tax invoice and file first return with respect to the supplies during suspension. Whatever supplies you have done, for that you are not issued a tax invoice. Now you can issue a revised tax invoice, and all those you have to go ahead and show in the first return which you are filing after the revival. Okay, sir, point is clear. What is section number rule number 21A? To A goes ahead and says where a comparison of return furnished under by the registered person under section 39, the details of the outward supply in GSTR1 or the details of supplies based on the supplier's GSTR1 or any other analysis carried out, it is seen that you are trying to do some fraud. There are significant differences, anomalies indicating contravention of the act or leading to cancellation of registration. For an example, your GSTR1 may you are showing 2 crore ka sale. Sir, when you have to pay the taxes in GSTR 3B, you are showing only 2 lakh ka sale. It means you are unnecessarily trying to pass on the credit. If you are trying to do something like that, an officer has a doubt, immediately registration will be suspended and he will issue a GSTR 31 highlighting the differences what you have gone ahead and done. Sir, your GSTR 1 shows 2 crore, GSTR 3B shows 2 lakh only. There are differences. He will go ahead and tell you. You have to go ahead and reply within 30 days as to why your registration should not be cancelled. Okay, sir, point is clear. The same 3 and 4 will be there. Now, sir, a registered person whose registration has been suspended under rule 2 or 2A shall not be granted a refund. You told, okay, my registration is going to cancel, let me take a refund. They are telling you shall not be granted a refund during the period of suspension. During period of suspension, don't go ahead and ask for refund. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 29 may, I feel section number 29(1) and section number 29(2) is the most important one. Let's go to section number 30 now. Section number 30 talks about revocation. Everyone over here, listen to me carefully. Revocation of cancellation of registration. Sir, my registration is cancelled. Please revoke the registration ka cancellation. Please throw the cancellation order. Sir, please revive. Then they are going ahead and telling, sir, whenever your registration is cancelled, don't cry. Run, Baba, run. They are telling registration cancelled by the proper officer. Suo moto, proper officer went ahead and cancelled your registration. Go within the next 30 days. Or extended time limit. Extension of time limit can be given by additional commissioner or joint commissioner by 30 days. Commissioner by further 30 days. Do one thing. Within the extended time limit, go ahead and apply. So basically, 30 days ka time limit is originally given. 30 days ka further extension can be given for applying for revocation of cancellation, or further 30 days ka time limit can be given by proper officer, not proper officer, commissioner. Now, once you go ahead and apply, proper officer is satisfied, then he will revoke the cancellation and issue a GST REG 22. Okay, saying, okay, Baba, your cancellation is revoked. You can start your business, no problem. You can continue with your business. Sir, once you give the revocation application, might be you give it here or might be you give it after the extended time period. If the PO is not satisfied, then he will go ahead and issue a GST REG 23 telling, hey, these are my thoughts. I don't want to revoke the cancellation. Then you have to go ahead and reply with the clarification information document. If PO is satisfied, he will revoke the cancellation and issue an order. If he is not satisfied, he will reject the application and pass an order in GSTRG 05. Simple as that. Here, sir, what is the amendment? See, this 30 days ka time limit was extended by 30 days and further 30 days by whom? Additional commissioner or joint commissioner. Section number 30 mein they wrote it, but they forgot to write the same thing in rule number 23. Section number 30 has to be read with rule number 23. Now, this time limit ka extension, they have written it down in rule number 23 also. Your statutory update material, the first amendment over here. In your statutory update material, if you see the first amendment which is there, rule number 23, sub rule 1 May the amendment has come. Nothing. Section number 30 May, they had gone ahead and written this provision saying additional commissioner, joint commissioner can further extend by 30 days. Commissioner can extend by 30 days. But in rule number 23, they always told, oh, you have to go ahead and apply for revocation within 30 days. They forgot to add the word 30 days or further extended period as given by the additional commissioner, joint commissioner or commissioner. That word has now been added. Now they are telling you can give within 30 days or you can submit your application within the extended time period as given by the commissioner, additional commissioner or joint commissioner. That's all. There is no amendment at all. Remember, revocation ke liye you earlier also could apply within 30 days or further time period of 30 days plus 30 days can be given by commissioner. The same thing has now been incorporated. Consequential change has been done in rule number 23, saying, sir, you can apply within 30 days or extended period which is granted by additional commissioner, joint commissioner or the commissioner. It's just a consequential change. For your exam purpose, don't worry about it. Just remember that, sir, you can apply for revocation within 30 days. Additional commissioner, joint commissioner can give you further 30 days. Commissioner can give you further 30 days. Total 90 days ka time is there for applying for revocation of cancellation. Yes, sir. Point is clear. Let's go ahead. Now, sir, whenever you are going ahead and filing your revocation application in GST REG 21, always remember one thing. If registration was cancelled due to non-filing of return, before applying, please file your return, pay all the tax, interest, any penalty or any late fee which is there. Please go ahead and make the payment of that. You went to the officer, sir, revoke my cancellation which you have done, please revoke. He will tell, beta, first file your return, then come to me, then I will go ahead and revoke the cancellation. So you have to pay all the tax, interest, penalty, late fee before filing for revocation. Everyone listen to me very carefully. A person did not go ahead and file his return for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. What will happen now? If you don't go ahead and file your return for 6 months, they will go ahead and issue you a show cause notice. Show me the cause why I should not cancel your registration. You are not filing your return. Okay, sir. Point is clear. Now, they will go ahead and issue your show cause notice. You will have to go ahead and reply. Once you reply, they will go ahead and issue you a cancellation order. Okay, sir. They issued me a show cause notice. I went ahead and replied. And now, everyone, they issued me a show cause notice. I went ahead and replied. And then cancellation order was issued. Listen to me carefully. Once the cancellation order is issued, after that, within the next 30 days, you have to go ahead and apply for revocation. Within 30 days or further extension can be done by the additional commissioner or joint commissioner by further 30 days. Further 30 days by commissioner extension can be done. Yes, sir. Point is clear. Listen. So whenever cancellation order comes within 30 days or 30 plus 30 more days, means basically you have 90 days ka time limit, provided you are given extension of 30 plus 30. Done, sir. Now, when you are going ahead and giving your revocation application, always remember first step, whatever is the return due, please go ahead and file. Whatever is the return due, pay all the taxes, interest, penalty and late fee and file your return, and then you apply for revocation. When you are going ahead and filing your return, which returns will you go ahead and file? Sir, April month ka return which was due in May ka due in June ka was due in July ka return was due in August ka return was due in September month ka return was due in October ka return was due in November ka return was not due in before cancellation order, whatever, because December 5th. So November ka return was not due. So it means till October, whatever returns were due, means October month ka return was also due. April to October month ka return was due in November. So till there, whatever April to October ka return is there, pay all the taxes, etc. File your revocation application. Then within the next 30 days, they went ahead and issued you a revocation order. Listen, from cancellation order to revocation order, whatever returns were due, those are to be filed within the next 30 days. From basically November and December ka return, from the cancellation order till the revocation order, whatever returns were due, you have to go ahead and file. Okay, sir, point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. For an example, April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months ka return not filed. Officer went ahead and issued you a show cause notice. You went ahead and reply not satisfactory, cancellation order issued, but he cancelled your registration retrospectively. If registration is cancelled retrospectively, you will not be able to file your return. Now, how to apply for revocation? They went ahead and told, beta, okay. Sir, how to apply for revocation? I have to file all the returns. How will I file the return? You cancel my registration retrospectively. Then they are going ahead and telling, no problem. Apply for revocation directly without filing your returns, because your registration is cancelled retrospectively from here. Earlier, it was prospective ka case. Now, your registration was cancelled retrospectively. In this scenario, do one thing. First, apply for revocation within 30 days or extended time limit. Then we will go ahead and give you a revocation order. Once we give you the revocation order, you can go ahead and file the returns from April till the revocation order. Whatever returns were due, all the returns you have to go ahead and file within the 30 days, that is April to December. All the returns have to be filed together. Yes, sir, point is clear. Here we are done with section number 30. Listen to me very carefully. I will tell again. Rule number 23 mein amendment has come. No amendment. Section number 30 mein whatever amendment was done, to make those changes in rule number 23, they have just gone ahead and told rule number 23 mein when you are applying for, basically whenever you are applying for revocation within 30 days or the extended time limit which is there. Yes, sir, point is clear. Here I will go ahead and stop my discussion. Everyone, I'll go ahead and stop my discussion on the chapter of registration, A graded chapter. I would like to go ahead and tell you once again, section number 22, 23, 24 and section number 25 is very important. 26, 27, 28, okay. 29 and 30, please read and go. 30 may, because there is a small change, so please take care of the change. Yes, sir, done. Point is clear. Now listen to me very carefully. All you have to do now, everyone, all you have to go ahead and do now is just to solve question answers. Please solve question answers by writing. Write your answer, self-evaluate yourself. You will see the improvement which is happening within 1 week. Right, everyone? Yes, sir, we are all clear. Quickly give me a heads up. Yes, sir, we are all clear. Then we can go ahead.